These are 3 must-have farms for Minecraft Bedrock, and as always, there'll be a world download in the description. And first up, we have an iron farm. Now, this farm is going to be built 150 blocks away from all other villagers and villages, and from here, we can dig out a 7x7 hole in the ground. And after clearing out a 7x7 hole, we're going to bring this down 2 more blocks so that it is a 7x7 by 3 block hole, and then in the center, we're going to clear out a 5x5 that is 5 blocks deep. And once you have your hole dug out, it should look like this. This top section is 7 blocks by 7 blocks by 3 blocks deep, and then this is 5 by 5 by 5. Once we're done doing that, we're going to come down to the center here and mine out this center strip. We can then go ahead and place down 10 beds on both sides of the farm, just like this, and then go ahead and break those blocks underneath of that bed, so that way we can add another layer of beds to have 20 beds inside of the farm. After we're done placing down all of the beds, we're going to grab our cobblestone or whatever building block you've chosen, and we're going to fill in the center here so that we don't have any cats spawning. We're then going to place down a block in the center of the farm and then blocks in the corner of the farm, just like this. We go ahead and set down a torch in the center so that way we don't have a zombie spawn down here and turn all of our villagers into zombie villagers. This torch is very important. We're then going to grab our workstations, and in my case, I'm using fletching tables. You can use whatever workstation you would like. If you want to trade with these guys, you absolutely can. You're just going to have to add an area for trading. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this roof in, and then we're going to put our villagers inside of this farm. So let's just go ahead and fill this in. And if you're going to bring them in here from a minecart, then just doing something like this and having the minecart fall in is probably your best bet. We only need 2 villagers inside of the farm because we can just give them carrots or potatoes. Oh, they're both babies because of the roof. Okay, well, that won't be a problem for you guys because you'll be in survival mode. But yeah, once we have 2 villagers in here, we can just simply give them bread or beetroot or potatoes or any of that, and they will just start breeding because we want to fill the beds. And you can't have nitwits. I'm getting so unlucky. You can't have nitwits because they will not link up to a workstation, which isn't going to count for the iron golems. So make sure that you have no nitwits and no babies, but obviously while you're breeding the villagers, there will be babies. And once you have all 20 villagers inside of your chamber, which I do now, you're going to have both iron golems and cats spawning. So let's just go ahead and place a block in there so they're nice and sealed up. And once again, do not forget the torch. We're now going to pick a corner that we want to be where the water flows from. So I'm just going to pick this corner. Go ahead and place down our water bucket, and that's going to push everything over into the corner. We want to add 2 more blocks. That'd be 1, 2, and then 3 blocks, just like that. So once you have this, you're going to have 3 blocks over here, which is going to be where our hoppers go, and then we're going to place down campfires. And you might just want to block this area off so that way you don't have any iron golems moving over there while you're trying to build the kill chamber. Alright, I just went ahead and blocked off the area because the iron golems just kept spawning. These 3 blocks we're going to remove so we can place down a hopper right here, and then we're going to run 2 hoppers into that hopper, just like so. There we go. We're then going to grab our signs, and we're going to place down a sign right here, and right here. And then we're also going to come over here, and we're just going to break these blocks over 2. We can then mine up to the surface, which is going to be our AFK room. Then we're just going to replace this block right here, bring it down 1 block lower, clear out this space so that we can add a chest here, and then a set of slabs. Now, with your AFK room, make sure that there are no spots higher than 2 blocks. You can do 2.5 blocks, but if it's 3 blocks tall, then you are unfortunately going to have iron golems spawning in your AFK room. The next thing we're going to do is grab our ladders and place down 3 ladders so that we can get up to the surface here. We're going to go ahead and throw down a trap door so that way no mobs can get us while we're AFKing. And then what we're going to do is come over here, and we're going to set down 5 slabs just like this. Then we can go ahead and place down leaves all the way around the farm. Now, this is mostly aesthetics, but maybe it'll help with spawning. I've always just done it for aesthetics, though. It's looking nice now. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these barriers. The iron golem is going to go over there. We can then go ahead and break this block, place down a hopper, break this block, break this block, place down a hopper, and then break this block and place down a hopper. So in the end, you should have 6 hoppers here. And we're just going to push this guy out of the way, go ahead and place down a campfire on this hopper, and then maybe do some parkour to get over those fires. place down another campfire, leave your farm, and the last block of the farm is this lava bucket, and just like that, you now have a fully functioning iron farm. This thing is going to produce about 350 iron per hour. As you can see, we're getting lots of iron golems spawning already, and we had lots spawning during the building process. All you got to do is stand down here and AFK, and all of the drops will end up inside of this chest, and unfortunately, this little guy is going to have to go. You snuck through while we were building. But yeah, that's the iron farm. The next farm we're going to be taking a look at is an AFK fish farm. Now, unfortunately, this design is only going to work on PC or anything that you can get an auto clicker with. With that said, though, we're going to dig out a 4-block strip, go ahead and throw down a double chest, and then a hopper running into that chest. We're going to place down a fence post on top of that hopper, place down a note block on this end right here, and then a block on top of it. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on that block, so that way it's going to open upwards. Place down a pressure plate right here, and you can test out your iron trapdoor. Go ahead and waterlog that fence post, and just like that, you are done. That is the entire AFK fish farm. I'm going to show you how to use it now. With your auto clicker program, we're going to set it to 800 milliseconds and set the mouse button to right click. Then all we're going to do is go ahead and grab a fishing rod, which I forgot to grab. There's the fishing rod. With your fishing rod now, all we're going to do is go ahead and step on the edge of the chest, and then go ahead and start our auto clicker right there on the edge of the hitbox. And just like that, we are now AFK fishing. I can just go ahead and leave my PC running and come back to tons and tons of levels, and also come back to tons of treasure loot. Now, people might think that you can't get treasure loot from this design. However, on Bedrock, you absolutely can. So this is going to give you mending books, all that fun stuff, along with a bunch of fish as well. And again, a lot of XP. I'm just waiting for the fishing rod to sink. Sometimes the bobber takes a while because, of course, it's fishing. And there we go. You just saw we got the XP for fishing. If we go ahead and take a look inside of the chest or in our inventory, we got the raw cod. Don't worry, our inventory will fill up, but it will actually never miss a drop. Like, the hopper will pick it up, but it'll probably fill our inventory first just because of how close we're standing. But yeah, that is the AFK fish farm design. And the next farm I have for you is a wool farm. It's a highly underrated farm, and the earlier you build it, the better, because that way, when you're ready to go netherite mining, you're going to have plenty of wool to make beds. The first thing we're going to do is grab our glass and place down 2 strips of 2 tall glass like so. Go ahead and break this block and then run an observer into that grass block right there. Go ahead and place down a redstone dust behind the observer, and then place down a dispenser pointing inwards. We're then going to go ahead and clear out a strip here, which is going to be 4 blocks long and 3 blocks deep, just like this. We can then go ahead and place down a double chest at the right here. It's actually only going to be 3 blocks long. And then we're going to go ahead and run a hopper into that chest, just like that. Just make sure it's connected. You can see the little nubbin. It is, in fact, connected. We can then go ahead and place down a rail, and then a minecart with hopper, and then place down our glass blocks above here. We can go ahead and fill this in now, and then all we need is our trapdoor at the front here, and we can go ahead and get our sheep into the farm now. I just had to do a little bit of math. Things were adding up in my head, but it all worked out. And the next thing we're going to do is place down a glass block on top of that dispenser, place down a glass block right here, and then all you have to do is lure a sheep in. So just get your sheep in there, place down your glass block, and the way that you do it is have wheat, lead them over the edge, and then just stand here and then push them into the chamber. After doing that, we can go ahead and place down a glass block on top of there, and all we have to do now is place our shears inside of the dispenser, and just like that, we now have an AFK wool farm. It's so nice and compact, it looks nice, all the drops are going to end up down here, and I just really like this farm. It looks super nice. It's like, it can go anywhere. Alright, those are 3 must-have farms. We've got the iron farm, the wool farm, and then over there we've got the AFK fish farm. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. My name is 1UpMC, and I will catch you guys in the next one.